updates were there for the information that was to be given this morning. And I know that the updates from yesterday, it is most necessary for me in all things to make sure that all of us know what we're talking about. Everybody knows the red board? Yeah. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, raise your hand. There's no embarrassment in that. Raise your hand high. Thank you. I'm not embarrassing you. I just want to make sure that we don't leave you out in the process. The red board was established during the administration of Bishop Benton R. Anderson. The Red Board was a separate corporation that particularly gave interest and gave leadership and couched the Kittrell College property and all that goes on there. Under the Red Board's authority, there are four entities that report directly to the Red Board. The Red Board reports to you, but these three authorities report directly to the Red Board. One, the AME Shirley Shears Shelter reports to the Red Board. Two, the Kittrell College, in air quotes, Board of Trustees report to the Red Board. Three, what else reports to the Red Board? Oh, the Allen Scholarship, whatever it is, the scholarship fund that remained dormant almost for several years, and much was spent in attorney fees helping Miss Gail Ratcliffe to get it straight. It reports directly to the Red Board, and anything that goes on the property of Kittrell's property, it reports to the Red Board. That's basically what the Red Board does. It is a holding place with corporate authority over those various entities that we just named. Got it? All right, come on now.
Mr. Reverend Kim is going to read our report.
Thank you, Dr. Weaver. As an update from the Red Board for our meeting from yesterday, as Bishop mentioned, the Shirley Shears shelter comes under the Red Board. We just wanted people to know that the executive director has resigned. The Tubbs Hunting Group, which comes under the Kittrell property, the group is required to pay insurance. The insurance and their fee of $600 has been paid in full. The tax bill for all of the properties of the Second Episcopal District, the exact tax bills come to the Second Episcopal District office. The Second Episcopal District office pays the tax bills, and the churches and the conferences are charged back at the end of the year. All of those insurance and properties have been taken care of. In addition to the Kittrell property.
Can you hear?
Can you hear me okay?
I don't think they can hear you well.
Okay, in addition, is that better? Thank you. In addition to the Kittrell properties, we had a timber sale going on. That's going to be looked at in another 5 to 6 years. The CDC had a solar project that we looked at, the solar energy project that did not turn out well. But we're out of that contract, and then we also looked at a grant and farming contract that was not cost effective, and we did not move forward with that on the Kittrell property. The Kittrell Allen scholarships is Dr. Ratcliffe here. I wouldn't do justice to giving her whole report, but I know that the total funds in a reference and summary that has been raised is $786,402.51. Somebody, the report for the Scholarship Trust Fund is absolutely awesome, and we would like for her to be able to give that report itself. For the Shirley Shears AME Housing Fund, the budget has been collected and paid off in full. how that budget is raised is $25,000 comes from the district, $1,000 per member of the board, $30,000 comes from WMS and YPD, $40,000 comes from the Tenants Office Center, and the building does, for some of you that may not know, the building, the Shirley Shears Empowerment Center, the building belongs to the Red Board. The ministry's upkeep is kept through that. The communication should always be from the executive director to the Second Episcopal District. Citibank has found some money that belongs to the Second Episcopal District Bank. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. The Citibank and to Bank of America.
I thought you said they found some money.
Yeah, they found some money. Come on.
No, they didn't find any money. Let me correct that right now. They didn't find any money. We knew that money was over there. And it's a substantial amount of money. And what it is that the money is in Citibank. And the board had already voted to have the money transferred because Citibank has sent us several notices of a dormant account because we haven't done anything with it. And the board voted to do it. We just have to get the two signatories in place, and that's Ms. Divine. Before you leave, let's talk about how we get your signature and my signature on putting it in as they have asked us to do, in another bank where we have some, because Citibanks are hard to communicate with, and the recommendation on the part of the accountant is that we move it to another bank and put it in an interest-bearing instrument. All right.
Thank you, Bishop, for that clarification.
So they didn't.
Fine.
In fact, I'm going to the bank today and find out if they found some money for me. But no, go ahead. I'll just play it. Go ahead.
That ends our report, Bishop. Thank you very much for that clarification. I couldn't read my own shorthand. So, thank you, sir.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right, and let me ask, is Miss Radcliffe here? Is she here? Come on, you can get, while they're up there, since you report to them, we will allow you a moment or two just to briefly go through your report, which is for those who have the booklet or went on the QR code. That report is on page 39 and 40, and because okay, and because. And really, I'm not saying this for any other reason than the fact that I hate to sit in any place and not know what's going on. You know, and be pretending I know what's going on. You know, because some of us do that very well. You know, we have no idea what the persons are talking about. And I just want to make sure we understand what the Kittrell Scholarship, what is that thing called? Kittrell Adams Scholarship. If you could just, more than giving us figures, if you could just remind us, because it's been so long, if you could remind us, one, where the money came from, two, how long it's been in existence, three, how you apply the money, and then go on and tell us, at the end of the day, how many folk got some money from it this past year.
Good morning, Bishop and members of the Second Episcopal District Conference. The report today is found, the report is found on page 38 of your booklet. So I won't read the entire report. I'll give you a brief summary. The funds that we used, what we call old money. It's money that was put into the bank, M&F Bank, like 1943.
My God.
We've not added any money to it since that time. It's gone through various stages. And right now, the money is still in M&F Bank. It's also in Bank of America. And through the help of the Second Episcopal District and our bishop, we have invested some funds. Originally, the monies were in 2 CDs, and scholarships were given on the interest that was received from the 2 CDs. But since 1943, economics have changed. And we had gone down to receiving only about $4,000 from the 2 CDs, which totaled $500,000. Wow. We didn't know what was going to happen with our monies. So the bishop assisted us in writing a new trust agreement so that we would be able to move the funds we would be able to invest the funds and receive larger refund from it. Our scholarships are based on the interest that we receive. We do not bother the principal. So today, with the moving the funds, investments, and we have investments in, still have 2 CDs at M&F Bank, which many of you know that it's one of the black banks that was established in the 1940s or prior to that. And that's where the original investment was made. Now we have invested some of the funds in Wells Fargo, and we have an investment with Bank of America. It's an endowment fund. And so the bulk of our interest comes from those 2 accounts. Also, we were able to finagle, for lack of a better word, with M&F Bank, and the interest rate on the 2 CDs that we have there has increased. So that also, this year particularly, gave us a 10,000 plus increase in the amount of interest we received. With that in mind, we were able to give each conference $3,000. Big jump from being able to give them only about $700 a few years ago. To that end, the Baltimore Conference had 2 awardees, the Washington Conference had 4, Virginia Conference had 5, the North Carolina Conference had 5, and the Western North Carolina Conference had 6 scholarships awarded. The scholarships are awarded in November of each year, and it's still time to apply for the scholarships this year. Our deadline is July 31st, 2024. Applications have to be postmarked no later than July 31st, 2024. So if you don't get it out before, know that as long as it's postmarked by July 31st, sorry about that, it's acceptable. Please, if there are any members of the board and the conference chairpersons, please stand. I'm sorry, I should have asked you to do that first. And also, I need to let you know that our board is complete. Our latest and newest member to the board is Dr. McManus, Reverend Dr. McManus, representing the Baltimore Conference. We have 2 persons from each conference, 1 lay person and 1 clergy person. And when there is a vacancy, so that our board does not again die, we do send out applications to apply to be a part of the board, and then we review them, and then someone is selected by the board. We're not a board of 1 person. It's not Gail Radcliffe by herself. And if you look in your booklet, you will also see the names of all the persons that assist us, that are on the board. I also need to let you know that it's not just the board of trustees, but we have conference chairpersons as well. And when I receive the applications, I actually send them to the conference chairpersons. And the conference chairpersons, along with their committee members, they make the selection. Of course, the selection is based on a rubric that we use throughout the district. We all use the same rubric, but each conference makes the selection. That's why the funds that the students receive is different, because it depends on what's happening with that conference and the applications that they receive. Some conferences receive as many as 24 applications. Some conferences only get 4 applications. And one year we had a conference that received only 1 application. So that person got the entire funds because he qualified for it. just to let you know, the Baltimore Conference chairperson is Brother Alvin White. The Washington Conference chairperson is Sister Marie Blake. The Virginia Conference chairperson is Sister Barbara Pendergrass Richmond. The North Carolina chairperson is Sister Gwendolyn Smith. And the Western North Carolina chairperson is Sister Barbara Sonia Barbara. Bishop, is there anything else you'd like me to share?
No, I think that you've done well. And the whole idea is to let the people know that you have put a plan in place so that what happened before does not happen again. There is a succession plan in place. When we first came to the district, we were having serious problems that cost us a whole lot of legal money trying to get this thing straight. But we are grateful to, and she's a phenomenal woman. I mean, Mrs. Gail Radford is a phenomenal woman. Is Reverend Radford here? Is Reverend, not you, son. I'm talking about the real Reverend Radford. He's not here this morning? All right. All right. Well, you can stand and raise your hand since you're a substitute. All right. I was going to tell Reverend Radcliffe, I said he married well, you know, and that young man back there is taking credit for both of y'all being married, and he just arrived on the scene as a surprise, you know. But thank you so very much. Thank the board. Give me a motion about the board's report, the entire board's report, please.
Mr. Davis, I move for the acceptance of.
All right. Reverend Hart seconds, Reverend Knox made the motion. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Aye. Opposed is nay. Ayes have it, and so ordered. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you so very much. A job well done, all of them, and we do appreciate it. We do very much appreciate it.